Thanks for tuning into the channel today. From where I live, 3 minutes down the road, I just run into this, then that, and I can head out on an open road for quite a few miles, in actual fact several hours. But that's how close I am to getting out riding around. But today the clip is about this bike. Now in the meantime, I had a bit of bad luck with my GoPro 10. It's crapped. I haven't had it all that long, but once again I had issues with it where it froze several times and then all of a sudden didn't want to work at all. So I contacted GoPro. It's being sent back to them now and hopefully a replacement. What I think are the 5 best features I've put on this bike. So without further ado, let's get into it, see what you think of it. And once again, if this is your first time, welcome to the channel. And I'm always good to have new subscribers come in, and it's also good to have the old hands come back here and give me a comment, because I always reply to comments, so that's one good thing going for it. Number one would be the heel and toe accessory. Well, you've heard me talk about this before, and I've been riding the bike a little bit now with the heel and toe accessory on it, and I reckon by far it's the best mod I've put on the bike to date. You know, it just gives really good, positive, fast shifts, and I prefer it easily better than just a toe shifter. Now, the strange thing about this one, in the accessories I've put on it, if I'd have been able to get onto it myself firsthand, like the heel toe shifter is a bargain price shifter. There's no doubt about that. And I wasn't able to get one anywhere on eBay or any of the other sources I tried. And in the end, the white was with a young Indian lass, and she contacted the parents and they ended up getting onto it for me. So I was pretty happy about that. When the wife's friend contacted the parents over there and they went to the Royal Enfield dealer to pick one up, you wouldn't believe how cheap they are over there. Just to buy this heel and toe shifter only cost in Australian dollars. Well, it came in at 200 rupees, which worked out at 4 Australian dollars. Now that is really hard to believe. You could buy this shifter for $4, and a nice heel and toe one too. Take into account the classic 500 heel toe shifter won't fit it, so you've only got to get this one. Now, it worked out a little bit dearer for me because I had no choice. I wanted to get it quick, and I had to get it posted by DHL. Well, DHL know how to charge, but they get the item to you pretty quick within 7 to 10 days. And the funny thing about it, $4 to buy the shifter, Australian, $56 to post it. So it came in all up around $60 exactly. Now once, when I had the KTM 390 Adventure, I bought a custom sprocket over there in India, and it cost me about $90. And then I wanted it, and they'd only send it by DHL, and I think it was around $150 to post it. So when you get involved with DHL, they really know how to charge, but it's just hard to believe you could get this heel toe shifter, transforms the bike, and $4 over there. So if you happen to know anyone and you're prepared to wait, like the lass's parents said it's too expensive to post it, but I actually said, let me worry about that one. And they were just going to send it ordinary mail, but that would have taken 6 or 8 weeks. I didn't have 6 or 8 weeks to wait, so I just got it sent straight over so I could test it. But what I can actually say, heel and toe shifter, if you can get onto one and you're prepared to wait, and someone will pick one up for you, or later on they may come available on eBay, go for one of these, because I think it'll be the best move yet made. I really think that's my most favourite part about the bike now, and I have no intentions of taking it off, and if anything, add another one. So we've knocked over mod 1, so mod 2, what I'm happy with. See this rack here? So this rack here, picked it up on eBay, and I could probably give you an item number on that one if you're interested in that one. I might leave it there or put it on the thing when I put the clip together. That came in at roughly $60. I have seen it for sale direct from China for around about $45, but once again, you've got to wait 6 weeks, and I just bought it off the Australian importer, and I think it looks really smart on the bike. So if I walk back here now and you have a look at it, then come back in, I think it's pretty good. Now the only thing is you've really got to drill into your rear mudguard to fit this rack, so that may be a plus or minus depending on which way you look at it, but it didn't worry me because I've put them on several of the C5s and I've always been happy with it, so that's the way I went. But take into account, it really does look fairly smart with that rack on it. And I'll swing back around this way and give you a better look. Now 3 is, look under there, the spring kit. Now that spring kit cost me $70, and I did a clip on it how to go about fitting it because I thought they were a little bit tricky. When you look at them, they almost look like a C5 now with the spring seat and the rear shock springs together. I did have somebody contact me and wasn't real happy about the fact that I never mentioned in the fitting clip that it wasn't what you class as softening the bike up in the suspension. But come on, let's be realistic. For $70, what do you expect? They're just a set of springs, cosmetics only, sit on the back, they look good. But more importantly, on this particular bike, it's got a really soft seat to start with. This is the optional touring seat, but the normal factory seat is really good to sit on. There's no trouble with it whatsoever, and it just adds a little bit of class to the bike, having a dual set of springs at the back. But if you're thinking, you know, it's going to get there and soften it up even more, well, the way about that would be to look for aftermarket shocks and go into that direction there. But as far as the spring-ins go, for $70, the cosmetics, what I think of it, it's a really good value for money, and that's why I put them on both bikes. Now we'll swing on to number 4, and it's this baby. Look at that. That's a touring seat. Now I really think the touring seat looks really smart on this one, and I think it really upmarkets the bike into something a little bit more classier. So if we look at it once again with the ribbed pleating there on the seat, can't complain about that. I reckon it looks really good. Now they come in at around about $180 to $220, $230, depending where you buy them from. And I think they're really worth it. I think they jazz this one up into a pretty good looking bike. I actually bought this black seat or touring seat to put on the Marsh Grey, but never got around to doing it. So I ended up trying it on this one, and I actually thought it looked better on this one. Oh, that does look pretty good on the Marsh Grey too, which is really green. But I think it sort of jazzed this one up into something looking pretty good. So I figured, you know, for the outlay on it, I've been at times up to a 200-kilometre ride on it, and I've found it pretty comfortable to sit on it. Not many bikes on these sort of things, singles, hard sprung, you can get onto them that'll do a 200k trip, and I haven't had any sore tail or anything like that when I've been riding it. So overall I've been very happy with the mod of going to the tourist seat, and I think it's well worth buying. It's just a matter of if you want to spend the money. But if you've got the stock one on, you think that rides all right, there's really nothing wrong with the stock seat compared to this. Last but not least is the touring mirrors. Now they're not real cheap touring mirrors. They go once again from about $180 to $220 a pair. That includes free delivery from India, but they're not really free. That's included in the price. I do find the touring mirrors really good to look at. Nice sharp image. I think you may see a little bit more better angle from behind compared to the stock, but it may be all in the mind too. But what you do is see is a nice clear image of what you're looking back behind, and more importantly, they really look smart on the bike. So if you take that into account, I think they're worth buying, and I'm pretty happy with them, and I'm thinking of buying another set to put on the other bike. I'll give you me 5 accessories which I think are the best mods I've done to the bike so far. Next up we'll be doing I think it's at least 3 accessories which I've done to the bike which I don't like, and I'm not even running those accessories anymore. So once again, thanks for tuning in, taking a look, catch up with you on the next one.